So as I said in the video about setting up a session, I've put this Softube console 1 system in place. It's a controller, but it's a bit more than a controller. So currently we have 20 faders which you can bank up, so you can basically run the whole 32 tracks from this, no problem. And what's good about it is basically it runs from an effects plugin that you put on each channel. So if you put the console 1 effects channel on whatever channel number it is, it will correspond to the fader and everything that's connected to the fader within the Softube world. We'll get into that in a minute. So basically, let's open up a session. Let's open up session 24. That's got everything already in place. All the effects plugins are actually put in for that. So let's go to templates, session 24, open it up, and then immediately that works up, they'll all go up to the point of which they are corresponding to the door where it's set. Pretty straightforward. You've got the channel select, which then corresponds with all that for there. Above here we've got a solo button and a mute button. So that's kind of simple with the faders, and then you can bank up and down on here on this one. So here we've got the next 4 going, the 24 channels there. That's the other 4 from that, they're already in there. And then you can bank back, and there's your first 20 channels. So there's a lot more involved with this, and I would suggest that you go to the Softube YouTube channel and see what it does. On top of this, we've got a mixing point here, and this again is integrated with the faders. So you've got the select, you select the channels the same from here, and it corresponds with that as well. And then you can, the far corner here, and you can actually do it over here as well. There's a button that does it as well. They're all integrated. You click on the far button, and that brings up the console mixing point. So for whatever channel you want, and you can run off here as well. They would say, so let's take channel 11, for example. That'll highlight that, so you can go to 12 or 11. Let's go to 11. And track 11, this is basically what you would get on a standard mixer, really. You've got your dynamics part of the mixer, you've got your EQ part of the mixer, and you've got your compressor at the back as well, and various other bits and pieces. And then if you want to then look at the moment, this is set to the 4000E, which is the SSL 4000E desk. So you've got the 4000 compressor and the EQ that you would have got on that desk at the time. You can change that, and I've got various plugins that will chop and change whatever you want in there. I've got most of the UAD ones will work on this, and there's some Softube ones. There's the Weiss one, there's the British class desk, American class desk. I think I've got most of those already here, and you just click on it with your mouse and then it will give you a drop down menu. But we'll stick with it, what we've got here. So basically, going back here, you can have this on your lap if you want to move it around. Each button at the top corner will switch that part on. So this sort of hit the dynamic button, and it kind of highlights, it comes up and highlights, and then you can just literally make changes on the knobs, how you want to do it, how you want to change your parameters. That all goes in, and you can do that for each individual track. You can then just do your EQ, compressor and dynamics, and you can put in your low cuts and everything else, all that on the fly on the system. So for me, that's really good for workflow. I'm avoiding the mouse and getting sort of hands-on with each channel and mixing it individually. Anyway, Softube, check them out on YouTube. They'll give you all sorts of information on what you can do with it.